Hi everyone, Sybille Muschik here at Shoreline Studio. Today is really special. We have a couple of ladies coming to join us. They're both accomplished artists. We have Katy Tataryn and Katja Kovanen. Katy Rose is a fabric artist. She has a line of clothing. Katja is both a painter and a jewelry maker. They share a shop called The Space Above. And check them out because they have wonderful work up there. And it's also an art gallery. So if you're interested in showing there, have a chat with them. Anyway, we're going to be working with fabric today because of Katy Rose, who does all this wonderful stuff with fabric. And I just got some new little geometric gel plates, so we'll be playing around with those. And our usual gel plate work, but on fabric this time. So it's going to be an exciting show. I hope you'll join us. So the first exercise I'm going to do on paper, and you can try it on paper just to give you some familiarity with working with the plate. And then we're going to have fabric as the next part of the same exercise. So I'm going to start with some violet. Now this is my Liquitex medium viscosity prism violet, and I'm just going to put a little bit on there. This is a bit thicker. And we're going to add some fabric GAC 900, which helps make fabrics more soft. There's a sort of a terminology that goes with that, and it's called to hand. So it's how your hand feels when it's holding fabric. So fabric designers often talk about how the hand, goes. And so I'm just brayering off. And we're not going to do any design with this. We're just going to print it as a background. So I'm lining up my sheet with the top edge and hopefully have it straight. We're going to now I call this brayering. This is a baren. It's a Japanese tool for, getting the image. And barening sounds kind of silly. So usually the brayer, is for, and so that's why I call it brayering, even though I mean, I'm using the baren. So we're trying to get a really good image here. All right, so that's good. A little bit of a spot in the bottom there, but it's not anything worth bothering about. I'm just going to leave that base on here. You don't really need to change anything. It will just make the following print interesting. So I'm putting, this is the high flow phthalo blue. And again, we're going to use a little bit of the medium. It's a 1-on-1, and we're going to add white to it. And this is the open acrylic. Open acrylics keep the paint workable more, or a little bit longer. I'm just wiping off my tool here, mixing it. There's also a medium, the high flow medium, you can add to make it work longer. With fabric, that's a really big problem. With paper, not so much, because you can put another layer on and then print it. You can't do that with the fabric so easily. So I'm just going to work that on here. So and with paper you use a thinner layer than you would with fabric, so you don't have to roll off so much of the paint. And I'm just going to do some interesting doodles all over should do it with my left hand because you really get some interesting work. But this'll work. I'm not thinking, I'm just messing with it, and it's kind of fun. Then we take our page here, we just flip it over like a stamp, and we try and line it up. This is going to be interesting. Top and bottom. Flip it over, and then using my Brannigan, I'm going to spend a little bit more time brayering, and we'll see how that turns out. It's not bad. And I'll just crop off the tops so I think you can see the pattern turned out quite well. We could have made the blue maybe a little bit lighter. There'd be more contrast, but works for me. All right, ladies, give it a shot. All right, so the ladies have put some paint and a little bit of medium on, and they're ready to roll out.
Yeah. Should we have mixed it first, or I guess this mixes it?
Yeah, it mixes as you roll it, yeah. Good question, yeah. Try and make a nice, even, smooth layer. Yeah, you'll see how it works, yeah. Very nice. And then you print that on your sheet of paper.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, and then...
Yep. You can line it up with the top of the plate, and that will... And then brayer the back. Now, rub off your brayers onto the scrap paper right away. Get most of the ink off, because it will stain.
Okay. I used to use something similar to this when I was making cakes.
Oh.
When I was doing fondant.
Oh, okay.
There, like that one. She'll try.
Oh, wait, I guess you'd be flattening it or something.
Yes.
Nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so set that aside so that that's going to be your background.
Alright. Okay.
You can do another print of it if you like, just to get most of that.
Ooh, yeah.
Use this. This is deli paper.
Okay.
And that'll take, that actually lifts off most of the ink really well.
Oh, I like that. Oh, it's got a little face in it.
You can work with it later.
Sort of see an upside down or a face. Alright, where should
Nice.
I throw this?
Yes,
That
just,
way?
yeah, up here is fine. Yeah.
Neat.
Okay, now the turquoise. So you put a bit of white on.
Okay.
You'll see just a drop or two of the color. It goes a long way, and then you can't really get a drop out of that. Is always 2 or 3, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe a little bit more, Katy Rose, because yeah, it's a bigger plate. Okay, sounds good.
Don't dump that yet because the lid's not on.
There
we go.
Yeah, tighten the lid and then that's good.
And then this?
Yep, just a drop. I know you won't get just a drop, but
About like
there we
that.
go.
Yeah.
And yeah, same for you. Yeah, not too much.
Okay. And then mix it with the tool?
Mix it up, yep. And then you'll see, is that a bright enough color for you? You can always add more white. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
Now, your other. Have you two done any printmaking at all?
I think
Years
Katja's
ago?
done some
I took a
printmaking.
printmaking workshop in Wells.
Oh yeah?
That's where I have the stamps that I'm going to use from,
Right. Yeah.
but they had a different. I haven't done this type of printing before.
No, the gel plates are fairly recent, and they take the place of the etching press, which is really nice. Much handier. And sometimes these roll-off sheets are actually, you know, more interesting. Now mess with it, but don't take too long. Remember, this paint dries a little faster.
Do you have a, can I use a brush or?
Yes, you can use brushes. Sure. Just what would you like?
You'll just grab this one.
Up there.
That's okay.
Yeah. Brushes are good. Any tool. You have to, yes, be very definite. Wipe it off. Otherwise it won't print, right? You want that purple to show up from underneath.
It's not really showing.
No.
I might have waited too long.
You might have to scrape.
With the,
It's okay. Just do your image, and if it has dried, we put another layer on to
okay.
we can't do that with fabric, mind you, so just remember
right.
that.
And then this goes over.
Yes. Put it down, use that thing as a print, well, whatever. Yep. If you can line it up, perfect.
We don't need to be perfect.
No. Sometimes imperfections are what's beautiful and artistic, right? Yeah.
That's sort of what I've been going for this year, is not be perfect.
Yes.
This sort of play and
Yeah. Playing is good. That's when we learn the most, I think.
I think so too.
You can try
Ooh, it's like Christmas. Oh, I like it.
Ooh, show it nice.
Yes. Very nice. All right.
Ooh.
Let's see, Katja. All right. Show it to the camera.
Yeah.
There you go. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yes, easy to line the gel paper up if you can see the edges.
I just got a brayer for doing my block prints. I'm so excited for that. I've been hand painting with a paintbrush.
Yes, I know, it's a big pain.
It is.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll get you all excited about doing gel plate printing because it's so much easier than carving blocks and things.
So do we wash this off?
No,
or?
don't have to. Don't worry. Oh yes, that's quite interesting.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's do this again. Violet first. Put some on the plate here. And roll it out. I still have blue on there, but the phthalo blues are really intense. They're very staining, so they get everywhere. I wasn't even able to clean my hands off totally. But that's par for the course. Okay, spraying off. Printing this on the fabric. Now this is just a cotton, mostly cotton. I think there's a tiny bit of polyester in there. And natural fibers work the best, like pure cotton, linen, silk, all those kinds of things. I have a fuzzle on there, but that's okay. Fuzzles are allowed. So I'm just going to print here. And I can slide it off the plate and then flip it over. I'm brayering now.
Can you build color, several different colors on top of the gel plate?
Yes, you can.
Before you print?
Yeah.
Or do you have to do separate?
Yes, that's better done with the golden open acrylics because the other ones will dry on you, right? So,
Okay.
or add some of the medium, open medium to your paints.
Okay.
And yes, we'll do some wild and woolly experiments. Now let's see if this prints. So you can see the difference. You don't get quite, I've put pretty well the same amount of paint as the last time. You don't get quite the coverage, but it's still very nice. And I'm not going to worry about, again, with the phthalo, we're just going to put it on there. Just open it up a bit. Okay, a few drops of that. Lots of white this time. See, that's already dried on there. We can just overprint it. On the print, it might pick up some of that base violet because we've put the white in there. So when you're rolling it out and you're mixing the two colors, just go in a circle like that. Until it's really well mixed. And I don't think I put any of this stuff on, did I? So just add a little bit. Ugh, that's too much. But, okay. And I'm just going to mix that in. Again, we want to increase the handness of the fabric, right? All right, and I'm spraying that off on a piece of paper. And that's just getting thrown on the floor. All right, so now we're going to do some marks. I'm going to use this tool as well as the other one. And I'm going to make larger marks, you see.
Basically, you're scraping off.
I'm just scraping the paint off.
Okay.
Because we want the purple to show, right? And that's why. So then we'll do a few little marks, maybe circles. Make sure that they're going to print. So you do large gestures for fabric. And really getting the paint off. And on fabric, large patterns are more attractive anyway, right? So you want really nice. And that's less is more. So again, now a little bit of a slop here, but and I think it's easier just to print it like a stamp. I'll try and line it up as best I can. I'm sliding it off. Flipping. That's tricky, but it works. Then you might want to use another sheet of paper on the back when you're rolling because the paint seeps through a little bit more. And a fair amount of muscle. I'm sure you have lots of those things you work with. So how's your little shop doing anyway?
It's doing pretty good.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
We've had, it's called The Space Above.
Yes.
And we're located upstairs in the bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're really excited for it. Everybody who's stopped in has been excited to see something new in this space because it's been empty for so long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. That's great. Yeah, it's a lovely space. The stairs are a bit of a challenge. It's a workout, but
yeah, I'm getting my workout every day.
Yeah. All right. So here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Eh?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's worth it doing it on fabric. Again, I could have used a little bit more white, so remember that, but it printed very well. And we can take that over to the drying area. Mm-hmm. Now, if you have something like this left over, try printing what we call a ghost print. And on paper. You could try it on fabric, but you're not going to get very much, right? It's drying like crazy. But on the paper, it might be interesting. So you get a secondary.
Oh, I like that.
You see? Yeah. All right. But it's not going to print on fabric like that. That might even be better than that one, right? So, yeah. All right, ladies, are you ready? Now comes the exciting part. A little bit of a medium. Yeah, I think it's the same medium. It's just a different name because it's a different brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one.
So it's 2 parts of this?
One part.
1 part to 2 parts.
And what's that called? It's
That one is chromacryl textile medium.
right.
And I'm not one who likes to follow rules, so the 2-part, the 1-to-2 ratio is not something I ever listen with. I just kind of
Whatever
squeeze
works,
it
right?
to whatever works for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
All right. And then print.
You can be close, I think.
All
yeah.
right. Okay. So probably this direction.
Yes, is there a right and wrong side to that fabric? And what kind of fabric is it?
There is. This is a 100% cotton jersey t-shirting.
Hmm.
So this one definitely has a right or wrong side to it.
Right. And how can you tell the difference?
Generally with any kind of knits, if you pull it gently, the fabric is going to curl to the wrong side. And so this one here,
So this one will be this way.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Take the puzzles off.
Yeah.
There might be a few from my sewing room.
So you do all your own sewing, Katy Rose?
I do. I, right out of high school, went and got a degree in fashion design down at Kovanen Polytechnic,
Mm-hmm.
and have been doing anything to do with clothing ever since. I've done historical costuming. I've done bridal and evening wear. Oh, I love the texture that this has.
Yeah, it looks
That's
really good.
fabulous.
Okay, show it to the camera. Wonderful. Yeah.
That is fabulous.
So again, don't worry about the violet. It's probably dried. It will stay put.
You can see where I
Oh.
marked it though, I think.
Oh, nice.
I
Yeah.
like
No, the
that.
marks are interesting. So it's all good.
Yes.
Right. Onto your
Onto
phthalo
the
blue.
blue.
Yeah.
Right there.
And don't forget your white.
Yes, the white.
Lots of white this time. Yeah. Good.
There we go. There we go. And sort of get her in
And
there.
both of you didn't need to be told to keep your ringers upright.
I guess I didn't mix it with that. You're supposed to mix it with the brayer, right?
Mhm. Yes, the rubber, if you do enough of it, will actually flatten.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's a good reason for it. So lots and lots of paint on there. Oh, and you remember everything. You're so good.
Some days my memory works.
I get worse and worse. I forget stuff in the middle of a sentence sometimes. Oh, what was that all about?
Alright.
Okay, now large marks.
large.
That's it. Scrape as much paint off as you can.
Does it have to be evenly mixed, or is it okay to? Mine's a little bit blotchy.
Blotchy is, yeah, sometimes try and get rid of the blotches as much as you can, right? Because the white will make big blotches.
Okay.
It's good you've got the right amount of, when you're doing on paper, of course that would be way too much paint. With fabric you need quite a bit.
Alright, we're just gonna go with that, I think.
Okay, so,
And
yep,
let's drag that over.
yep, I think it's best to just flip it on like a. So this is very much like your block printing.
Yes.
And you'll need a big piece of
Paper.
you want another deli sheet for that.
There we go.
Nice, Katja, that's perfect, yeah. And the big reveal. Ta-da! Wow. Yes, beautiful. Yeah. Very nice. And try it, yeah, I would do paper, yeah. I mean, it might turn out on fabric, but then if it doesn't, then we kind of waste a piece of fabric, right? So,
Yeah.
But the paper you can use for other things, journals, cards. Sort of like flipping a pancake. Nice, it's come off really well.
There we go. Oh, that's pretty.
Looks good.
Very nice.
Okay, we'll just wait for Katja to finish here. We can do ooh and ah and so forth. Yes, take it off a little bit at a time, just in case you need to brayer it a bit more. Oh no, it's beautiful.
Oh, I like that.
That is awesome. Yeah. Oh, show it to the camera. There you go. All right. Lovely. Okay, do a print of that. Have you got
On
paper?
paper?
Yeah, on paper. Yeah.
Mm.
Very nice. Yeah. Tried a little bit at the bottom there, but not a problem.
Yeah, just right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part one of this two-part series. We're going to continue working with Katy Rose and Katja, and we'll be working in the next session with more gel plate printing and more fabric work. The ladies will be doing work with their own images, while I will be struggling with this water strider. So that should be interesting. Please stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks so much for watching.